Behind every successful manager or head coach, for the case of Manchester United now, is a super assistant. Now, in England, one man has mastered this role like he was born for it. He has won the Premier League with Chelsea, worked under Jose Mourinho, worked under Antonio Conte. He has gone on to shine and lead England as the assistant to the head coach, as they did come close to winning a major title for the first time in ages. That is, finishing in the final of the Euros and the semi-finals of the FIFA World Cup. His name is Steve Holland, and he is the assistant head coach of Manchester United. And here I am to give you why he is the secret weapon that Micheal Carrick has, and he certainly deserves to be credited. Like this video, subscribe, and share it as we get to understand the man who will get us there. He has got both the experience in terms of the age, first of all, but also he started so young, so he has coached too much football, and the pedigree, because he has won titles that Man United should be winning for fun. Come and learn how to earn online. It is fun, it's earning, it's the way to go, it's the new normal. But there is more fun in winning if you go and use the Indiba promo code that's on your 22bet account as you register. Open an account, register with the 22bet using the promo code Indiba, and come to me for free games. If you skip the promo code, then it doesn't work. Don't come to me asking for games if you've not followed the instructions. I give you free games if you've used the promo code Ndiba to register. I'm waiting for you. The number is down there. Now, let's talk about Steve Holland. Now, we know Micheal Carrick has got to take all his credit. He's the head coach, first of all, meaning he's also coaching, and he's hands-on, just as hands-on as his assistant would be. But Steve Holland has one thing, and this is why many coaches who have succeeded in England, and by succeeding in England means you're winning the big ones, the Premier League and Europe, have needed a good assistant to communicate what they want to communicate to the players. One of the strong attributes of Steve Holland as a coach is his communication, because if you're going to get players to execute what you want them to execute, they have got to understand you clearly. You must be a clear communicator, and this is what makes him different, outstanding. He communicates clearly that you have to get what it means. Now, away from that, Steve Holland with Man United now, he has worked with Kobe Main, of course, with England before, just like Carrick worked with Kobe before when he was doing his badges, as Kobe was 13, 14 or thereabout, he admitted himself. But Steve Holland has taken time not to just be involved in winning the Premier League in the modern era and in the past, perhaps, because the Champions League they won with Di Matteo, you would say, was in the past. But he was the assistant to Di Matteo when they won the Champions League, Chelsea, 2011-2012, just so you take note of that. But if you go into the modern game, where he has won the Premier League with Antonio Conte, working with Antonio Conte, even Jose Mourinho too, when Mourinho returned to Chelsea, the reason why this guy has been there and has been able to do so is he has understood how the modern game works, and he's the guy who has been leading the execution of the modern way of winning very competitive titles as head coach. He was explaining, I was watching his masterclass, and he was explaining how Man City twice, Liverpool, Chelsea, his own Chelsea with Antonio Conte, how they all won these leagues by playing. When they're attacking, they set out with whatever system they start with. It can be a 4-3-3, it can be a 3-4-3 with Antonio Conte, but whenever they go into attack, it becomes a 3-2-5. They attack with 5, overload the opposition, 5, and then have a solid midfield block of 2 and the base line of 3. But the initial system can be anything. For that to happen when you're attacking, it comes from anything. Man United is also learning to do the same. You see the overloads. What happens is, and the 2 games under Carrick, you've seen that they create situations where you start with a back 4, but one of the 2 wing backs, the 2 full backs rather, in the back 4 can fly, can go forward, or can invert themselves. Now, This is what happened. So you have Shaw, Lisandro Martinez, Maguire, and Dalot. Now Shaw, Martinez, and Maguire are the guys who should be staying and keeping the defense when we are attacking. We do have the ball. Dalot inverts himself and he joins. Either he goes into the middle and joins the attack. Dogu, remember, is flying on the other side out wide. Or Dogu can also come in. Then Ahmad stays wide on the right next to Dalot. And then Bruno adds to the line. There is Mbumo and Dogu. So you have five players in the attacking phase, attacking the opposition. In most cases, teams defend with 4 players. So always there is going to be one player who is going to cause trouble, because you cannot mark all of them. You're outnumbered. And this is how Man United has been able to beat these Arsenal and Man City. They are outnumbered in the attacking phase because players know quickly when you're 5 against 4, let one create, just find a space, because the defenders are going to be confused on who to mark and who not to. But there will be one player who will be left unmarked. And that's the guy who will have either the space to take a shot or to cause the danger. This is Steve Holland. He has done this before practically, and that's why Man United players look so comfortable, because they are getting simple information, trusting it because it's coming from someone who has won it before. With Chelsea, when they had Eden Hazard, they had, I think, Pedro on one side, 2 10s playing out wide, starting out wide in a 4-3-3. So you have Eden Hazard, Diogo Costa up top, and Pedro on the other side. But on the side, they start with the wing back Alonso, Marcos Alonso, who is going to add on the wing when they're attacking. He's going to come from the defense as a wing back now to fly. And the other side, another guy who is going to fly from the right. So they make 5. They add to the 3, the number 9, the 2 10s who then come inside. They were starting as wide players, then now they come inside. As they come inside, the defenders don't know, do they follow Hazard or do they mark the flying wing back, Marcos Alonso? So it's a confusion. So always there's going to be one player who's going to be free. Liverpool did the same thing when they were winning the title. Man City did it. Theirs was different with Pep Guardiola. The 2 titles he won, he had Fabian Delph, a central midfielder, natural midfielder, playing on the left, Walker on the right, and his 3 in the back. When they're attacking, they start with 2 8s, Silva and Kevin De Bruyne. But then what happens when they attack? The 2 8s go and add on the front 3 of the striker and the 2 wingers. So these 2 8s go in between them. Then Fabian Delph, who is a natural midfielder, comes in the middle, and Walker comes also in the middle to make the 2, shielding the back of the 5, and then the 3 defenders behind. That's in the attacking phase. And it's working because you're overloading the opposition. It disorganizes the opposition. It's difficult to deal with because you have to commit bodies 1v1. So have 5 players marking everyone in the back. But then no team wants to play with such a congestion. So it's all credit to this Steve Holland that we are seeing simple patterns beginning to make sense for Man United, something we hitherto we are not seeing. And Kobe Maino has been a key pillar in that, because him and Casemiro partner each other so well to keep the block in the middle solid. Because if the middle block isn't compact, then whatever you're trying to do with the guys up top can't make sense, because there's a clear leakage. So Kobe and Casemiro are the linchpin on which it all spins. The internet is the linchpin on which life spins today. We are always online. Every day you're online. Are you earning money from it? If not, you're not doing enough with it. Come and learn how it's done. Come and let's earn this money together. Promo code Indiva 22bet and you come for free games. Cheers.